From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is a spellbinding mosaic of culture, tradition, languages, and an extraordinary mingling civilization. Keeping its age-old culture maintained, today the country is taking huge strides in the path of development. Hello, I'm your host Karim Zimik, and today in our episode of My India, we bring you some of the stories that will give a glimpse of our country's diversity. On the auspicious occasion of Jagannath Rath Yatra in Puri city of Odisha, sand artist Subal Moharana has made world's smallest chariot of Lord Jagannath in Bhubaneswar city. Have a look.
The festival of Jagannath Yatra is considered as the biggest and the most auspicious festival celebrated in the state of Odisha. Every year, the festival is celebrated with much grandeur and zeal by devotees coming across from all over the country. In such a scenario, artisans from Odisha, which has been a land of ancient historical art forms and crafts, are coming up their artworks to showcase their devotion to the deity. On the same lines, eminent sand artist Subal Moharana from Bhubaneswar city of Odisha has made small chariots of Jagannath, which is said to be the smallest in the world till now.
पुरी में सारा विश्व का सबसे बड़ा रथ बना रहा है. अभी ये विश्व का सबसे स्मॉलेस्ट चैरियट. ये बनाने के लिए हमको 4-5 घंटा समय लगा. और ये लास्ट ईयर जो बनाया था ये 2.3 सेंटीमीटर था. इस पर हाफ इंच में ये बनाया है टोटल.
Moharana has made 3 miniature replicas of Nandi Ghosh, the chariot of Lord Jagannath, Talatwad, the chariot of Lord Balbhadra, and Darbdalan, the chariot of Devi Subhadra. Lord Jagannath chariot is 2.3 mm in height and 1.9 mm wide. Made from wooden pieces, clothes and fabric colors, it took nearly 15 hours and 20 minutes for the artist to complete all the 3 pieces. It is also decorated with 2 parrots, the Dhinoti and Patita Pavan flag, like the original one.
अभी ये नीम का जो लकड़ी में जगन्नाथ बनाया, ये 3 सेंटीमीटर में बनाया जगन्नाथ. ये थोड़ा सा माइक्रो में दिखाई पड़ेगा. ये आँख खाली आँख में नहीं दिखाया जाता है. जैसा जगन्नाथ का 16 व्हील्स जो चैरियट, इसमें भी ऐसा ही 16 व्हील्स है. ये लकड़ी पूरा तुलसी में, नीम में और बेलो बोलते हैं, वो उसी लकड़ी में बनाया है सब. जैसा जगन्नाथ जी का जैसे रथ का प्रोसीजर है, ऐसा ही बनाया है.
For the same, Moharana has been felicitated with a number of records and awards.
It has been said that a small man can cast a very big shadow. This saying has been brought to light by 3 Hindu artisans in Meerut city of Uttar Pradesh who have carved verses from the Holy Quran on the gate of an ancient mosque and have been doing so for years, thus serving as an example of religious harmony among both the communities.
All the religions of the world inculcate equality and brotherhood of mankind and the virtue of tolerance. These words by Mahatma Gandhi very well explain that no matter whichever religion one may think of, the teachings of unity and harmony is common among in each one. These 3 men are Vinod, Pappu and Dharmveer. They have been tirelessly working to finish the task of restoring the Shahi Jama Mosque in Meerut city. They are engraving verses of the Holy Quran on the main gates of the mosque despite of being Hindus.
अब ये काम तो ज़्यादातर मस्जिदों में ये तरह यही होता है, और वैसे मस्जिदों के अलावा मंदिरों में भी किया है, गुरुद्वारों में भी किया है. कोई सरकारी जगह होती है उसमें भी मिल जाता है काम, या प्राइवेट कोठी भी होती है उसमें भी काम कर लेते हैं. ऐसी बात नहीं है, जहाँ मिल जाता है जहाँ करना पड़ता है.
कोठियों में काम किया, मंदिर में काम किया, गुरुद्वारा में काम किया है, मस्जिदों में काम किया है. हाँ सही भाईबंदी के हिसाब से रहते हैं, कहीं भी जाते हैं भाईबंदी के हिसाब से रहते हैं।
हिंदू मुस्लिम भाई भाई।
भाई भाई, हमको कोई परेशानी नहीं है, कहीं भी काम कर सकते हैं।
This mosque is one of the oldest monuments in Meerut city, which was built around 700 years ago by Sultan Nasiruddin Shah. These Hindu carvers have carved Arabic verses of Quran in 40 mosques around India, including the famous Jama Mosque in New Delhi. Having carved verses from different holy texts on different religious monuments, these carvers have been acknowledged across the city for their work. This mosque, which is a marvelous piece of ancient Mughal architecture in the country, is being preserved and beautified by these artisans.
हम कुरान की आयत एक कागज पर लिखकर उनको देते हैं और उस कागज को सामने रखकर फिर वो पत्थर पर उन आयत को किंदा करते हैं। ये तो इस तरीके से एक दरवाज़ा हमारा जामा मस्जिद का बन गया है और वो बहुत शानदार दरवाज़ा है और वो भी इन्हीं का कारीगरों का कारनामा है कि जिन्होंने ये इसको अंजाम दिया।
The work of these stone carvers is an inspiration for everyone to cut across religious lines and reside harmoniously without any discrimination.
Now, a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
Indian designer Vaishali Shadangule held her first show at the Paris Fashion Week at the bucolic garden of a Parisian high school. She is the first Indian woman invited as a guest member of the event and only the second Indian fashion designer after Rahul Mishra in 2019. After a 6-month-long selection process with several virtual interviews, the 43-year-old designer was selected amongst candidates from all around the world.
I think that was the dream for me, and I think it's now it's reality. And of course, I was very excited, nervous, and I felt like big responsibility for me because I'm the first woman from India showcasing here. We always say like made in India, you know, fabric is from India, embroidery is from India, but we don't say like, oh, this garment and design at the international platform, it's from India.
Vaishali S.'s breath collection is inspired by nature and its shapes. Every piece is made from traditionally hand-woven fabric. It also echoes the COVID-19 pandemic, where everyone was struggling for breath, the designer who herself suffered of COVID-19 said. The last border village in the northern Kathua district of Jammu and Kashmir territory has become one of the first villages in the valley to be 100% vaccinated against COVID-19. Health officials said all adults over 18 years of age in Bobia village, more than 300 kilometers from Srinagar, the summer capital, have been vaccinated with both doses.
ये हमें बताते हुए बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि बुबिया विलेज जो है ये हीरानगर ब्लॉक के अंडर आता है, तो ये कठुआ डिस्ट्रिक्ट का पहला विलेज है जहां 100% टारगेट अचीव किया गया है वैक्सीनेशन का। 18 प्लस में भी और 45 प्लस में भी जितने एलिजिबल थे वो सारे हमारे ये वैक्सीनेटेड हैं लोग।
India has so far administered around 390 million vaccine doses, the most in the world after China, giving at least one dose to 31% of its estimated adult population of 944 million. An elderly couple in India's southern Hyderabad city has been filling potholes on roads with their savings to prevent accidents. 73-year-old software designer engineer Gangadhar Tilak Katnam, along with his 64-year-old wife Venkateshwari Katnam, were seen filling potholes all by themselves using bitumen mixed with aggregate for the safety of the commuters.
While going on this road, I witnessed many number of accidents. So that made me to go on filling this one. When I tried to tell the police or the government, they never cared it. So I myself thought to fill it and started going on filling the pothole.
The couple that has been engaging in this activity for 11 years has been using their pension money to fill up the potholes.
India is a country where Sufism has not just flourished but has also become a way of integrating different religious communities. Even today, the teachings of these saints inform the lives of people and act as a guiding force for many. So today we will take you to the shrine of Saint Hazrat Nahaar Sayyad, where people of all faiths assembled to seek the blessings of holy saints.
Situated in the Mandsaur district of Madhya Pradesh, the shrine of Sufi saint Hazrat Nahaar Sayyad Baba has served as a cynosure of communal harmony for generations, which is thronged by a large number of devotees every day from across the nation, irrespective of their religion. Regarded as one of the greatest Sufi saints, Hazrat Nahaar Sayyad Baba throughout his life spread the message of Sufism and peace.
यहाँ के बाबा साहब हर मुरादें पूरी करते हैं, सबका काम भी करते हैं और हमारा भी रेस्टोरेंट अभी नया डला हुआ है। बस बाबा से यही दुआ मांगते हैं कि हमारा रेस्टोरेंट अच्छे से चले, आशीर्वाद बनाए रखें। मंदिर मस्जिद भी जाते हैं हर जगह यहाँ पे, और हम हिंदू समाज के ये नहीं है सब जगह आना जाना रहता है, बाबा की दुआ भी कबूल होते हैं।
It is believed that on visiting this 455-year-old holy shrine, devotees who wish to have children are blessed. For fulfillment of wishes, devotees bathe in the pond outside the Dargah, leave their old clothes and get dressed up in brand new clothes before offering their prayers to the deity. Every year, Urs along with a grand fair is organized on the day of the Hindu festival of Holi at this Dargah. Earlier, the Urs was a day's celebration at the Dargah, but since the last 44 years, the Urs celebrations have become a 3-day affair. It is believed that Saint fulfills the wishes of all and nobody returns empty-handed from here.
हिंदू मुस्लिम एकता के प्रतीक है। यहाँ पर विगत कई सालों से हिंदू मुस्लिम एकता का मेला गिरता है। ये मेला, ये उर्स होली के दिन मनाया जाता है। होली किसी भी वक्त आओ, चाहे रमज़ान में आओ, मुहर्रम में आओ, कभी भी आओ, लेकिन होली के दिन ही ये उर्स, ये मेला गिरता है। और उस पर ज़ायरीन पूरे भारत में हिंदू के साथ साथ मुसलमानों के साथ जितनी भी हिंदू आते हैं वो लगभग बराबर ही होते हैं। और ख़ास तौर से गुरुवार के दिन, शुक्रवार और रविवार को तो यहाँ एक तरह से मेला लगा रहता है। सरकार नाहर सिंह रहमतुल्लाह अलैह हिंदू मुस्लिम एकता की जिंदी मिसाल है।
Since ages, the Sufi saints like Hazrat Nahaar Sayyad Baba have propagated the message of spiritualism and harmony in our country, and their teachings are still playing a significant role in strengthening the thread of secularism.
And now we will meet a 5-year-old budding boxer from New Delhi who has left all professional boxers behind and made a world record of fastest 100 punches in 60 seconds. Take a look.
If one had to guess who has made the record for the fastest 100 punches, then one may think about names like Floyd Mayweather Jr., Richard Garson or Mike Tyson. But the record belongs to a 5-year-old boxer named Arindam Gaur, a New Delhi-based budding boxer who aspires to become like Mary Kom and Vijayendra Singh when he grows up.
मैं मैरी कॉम मैम के लिए ओलंपिक के लिए बेस्ट विशेष लेता हूँ।
Arindam, who is a budding boxer, took 13 seconds and 7 deciseconds to perform 100 boxing punches to register the record. Arindam's father, Arun Gaur, brought a punching bag for Arindam for his 5th birthday as he had been asking for one. When Arindam's father saw a newspaper story where a kid had made a world record and told about it to Arindam, the 5-year-old decided to make a similar record. Arindam's father started his boxing training and discovered he was serious for boxing. It is then when they approached Golden Book of World Records and the record had been accepted.
हमने सोचा कि इसको ट्रेनिंग कराते हैं, बट कोरोना लॉकडाउन था तो हम ट्रेनिंग तो इसकी करा नहीं पाए, घर में ही ट्रेनिंग हुई। तो घर में ट्रेनिंग कराता था मैं, और ये जो है सुबह 1.5 घंटा लगभग प्रैक्टिस करता था और शाम को भी लगभग 1.5 घंटा प्रैक्टिस करता था। और प्रैक्टिस का मतलब वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड का इसको इतना शौक़ था कि जब ये थक जाता है तो मैं कहता है कि ना बेटा अभी नहीं करना है तो मत करो, पर फिर वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड नहीं बनेगा। तो कहता है नहीं पापा, फिर ये फिर से प्रैक्टिस करने लग जाता था।
Little Arindam is continuing his boxing training and wishes to be a great boxer like his idols.
Next, we bring you a few short stories about the recent developments and happenings from around the world in our section World in Focus.
Furukawa Electric Company has been developing fiber technology for years. The company has started developing cutting-edge technologies in the field of energy, information, heat conduction, connection and storing. Furukawa has developed and released an industrial laser. Fiber laser of Furukawa has some strong features like high beam quality, time stability, high reliability and high effect. This enables deep melting, high-speed processing and a deduction of welding defect. Because of this, the strain on ice is less than general arc welding.
こちらがファイバーレーザーを使って、加工の評価をしている実験室です。お客様が来られて一緒に実験をしたり、開発したレーザーを評価したりしています。こちらへどうぞ。こちらが古川電工で製造販売している 12kW のファイバーレーザーです。中で作られた高出力の光がこちらの光ファイバーの中を通って加工室の中に伝送されます。で外から入ってきたレーザー光が光ファイバーの中を通りまして、このような加工用の光学系ガルバノスキャナーを通って加工点の金属を加工することになります。
If we look around the ongoing industrial scenario, taking care of environment regulations, including fuel gas usage and needs of car weight saving, has become important. This transformation of car industry seeks cutting-edge technology like that of Furukawa. Furukawa's industrial fiber laser is used for the welding of car body and parts including aluminium processing, welding of motor and battery. The most distinctive feature is that the technology is spatter-less, which means that its exposure does not provoke any spark to make precise welding. It is hoped that in the future technology that removes rust will also be developed. Furukawa's fiber laser system is cultivated on the basis of fiber optic technology and will contribute to solve the problems of global warming and zero carbon emission. Furukawa's technology is playing an integral part in establishing a sustainable environment for the future. The inventor of a jet suit that lets the wearer fly like Iron Man has unveiled his newest suit powered by electricity. Richard Browning, founder of UK-based Gravity Industries, believed that switching from jet fuel to an electric-powered suit is part of their desire to push the boundaries of what's possible.
So the electric version is really, I suppose, a physical manifestation of our desire to constantly push the boundaries of what's possible. You know, it is right on the margin of what's possible because of energy density in batteries. And yet we've actually managed to go and get it to work today. Honestly, 24 hours ago, it wasn't really achieving what we needed, and we've put our money where our mouth is and actually demonstrated it live to people. So it's the beginning. As battery technology gets better and better, it will get better and better, and we'll see where we get to finally.
The jet fuel powered suit can hit speeds in excess of 80 mph and is technically capable of reaching an altitude of 12,000 feet, although for safety purposes it is flown lower.
The electric suit has enough power to run a small street of houses. It is phenomenal how much energy you need in a small form factor to get a human off the ground. And it really just brings home how much energy you have in gasoline or diesel or those fuels. So we're getting there. It'll only ever get better.
The jet suit has previously been tested by paramedics in England's remote rugged Lake District region to get them to people in danger or distress in a fraction of time it would take to travel by car or on foot. Traditional dyed fabrics are fluttering softly as they are hung to dry up. These beautiful design fabrics will be used later to make yukata, Japanese casual kimono. This traditional dyeing workshop in Tokyo's Edogawa ward has been in business for over 100 years. They use a 300 years old technique of hand dyeing known as chusen, originated in the early Edo period.
戦中に、うちのおじいさんが、昭和の29年に逃げてきまして、この場で、この土地で、工場を作り始めました。でうちの、注染っていう技法なんですけれども、4つの工程に分かれておりまして、1つが後ろで見ていただいている、白い反物からスタートして、で板場で柄付けをして、高野で染色をして、水元で、残った余分な染料とか糊を全部落としてあげた後、またこういうふうに天気の外で干されるようになります。
Unlike machine printing, this method dyes the threads of the fabric rather than just the surface of the cloth. This allows superimposition of delicately illustrated images, refined expression of color gradations, and double-sided imprint of images. No two pieces of dyed fabric are exactly alike, producing subtle taste variations in every dyeing job. Finally, drying takes place outside on the roof under the natural sun. This shop in Tokyo specializes in selling traditional dyed fabric that can be tailored later into yukata.
浴衣というのはですね、日本人がお風呂ですね、入る時にそれがだんだん衣装として、少しずつ外に出てきたわけでして、そういう意味で浴衣の柄というのは非常に一つ一つの柄が派手でございますし、見たいということであれば、例えば花火大会だとか、あるいはお祭りだとか、こういった時が一番多いんじゃないでしょうかね。
Mastering the art of traditionally dyeing clothes and fabrics takes years, and thanks to Japanese artisans and their preserved crafts, which has been passed to generations after generations, that these beautiful yukata can be still seen today in many places in Japan.
That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@nin.com. I'm your host Skyrim, and it's goodbye from the entire production team.